All right. Hello, everybody. We still got about a minute left on Twitch ads. Welcome on in. Hope you guys are having a fantastic night. Let's get started with some Pokedoku. We'll have some fun with it. Mess around with this while we kind of wait for more people to come in. It'll be great. So, So we've got Alola, not fully evolved, in Paldea plus Area 0 DLC. And then on the left side, we've got Steel, Flying, and Psychic. So a lot of type focus today. Let's figure out what we want to put in these spots. So first of all, I want to find Pokemon that originated in Alola. So let me... Does it show? No. Okay. Let's see what we got. So we're starting off. That's just going to look a little weird for you guys because it's way over there and I can't really... Yeah, there we go. That works. Hello. Welcome on in. Hope you're having a fantastic night. We're starting off with some Pokedoku while the ads finish and just kind of to have some fun at the start of the stream while people are working on getting in. So we are currently looking for a good steel type Pokemon that originated in Alola. Something on my shoulder. So let's take a look. So for steel type Pokemon, so far none of these are steel. There are not a lot of steel type Pokemon introduced in Alola, which is super interesting. So there's Togedemaru. Are there any others? There's gotta be, right? Hi, Straylight. Welcome on in. Solgaleo. That's right. There's some Ultra Beasts. So Celesteela, Kartana. I love Kartana. Magearna. Okay. What are we doing? We're starting off with Pokedoku. Which, as a reminder, we're looking for the least common choice. So we don't want to pick the things that other people would pick. Any idea how to fix that? No. At this point, I feel like you need to just learn how to make the most of it. What the search thing is right now. We are looking for Alolan steel type. So Pokemon introduced in Alola that are steel. What I'm thinking is the original Magearna, the alternative form for Magearna. That's just like a recolor, Magearna original. I think this is what a lot of people forget exists. So I'm thinking Magearna original. There is also a couple of older like Ultra Beasts like Kartana and Celesteela. There's Togedemaru and Solgaleo. Magearna OG probably best choice. That's what I'm thinking. So let's send that one and see what happens. 1.2%. For the fact that there's only like 6 steel type introduced in Alola, that's really good. I'm loving the 1.2%. Next up is a flying type introduced in Alola. So there is Celesteela. And then there's Minior. Minior has a lot of different forms. Track supports the 1%. No. Toucannon. Toucannon is definitely another one that exists. So let me see. Yeah, there is Trumbeak, so going with the middle evolution tends to be less commonly picked. I'm also thinking about like Dartrix, because Dartrix is still grass flying. It doesn't hit that ghost type until Decidueye, and maybe people forget that. I don't know. Alternatively, there are 4 different Oricorio forms with Baie, Pom Pom, Pao, and Sensu. And I don't know if I pronounced half of those correctly, so I'm so sorry. But there's 4 different Oricorio forms. All of those could be really good options. So, and then there's Minior. Minior has tons of different forms. There's the Meteor form, and then all of the different colors. And there's so many, actually. There's more than I thought. Oh, there's 7. 1, 2, there's one for the full color of the rainbow. That's cool. I didn't know that. Decadewey, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry, Lancer. Silvally flying type. Unfortunately, Silvally does not come in as the forms. We checked last night because we were going to pick Silvally for one of the type ones, but it doesn't count. I was really bummed about it. You're gonna lock in Mini or Green? I'm down for Mini or Green. Survey says 2.4. Not as low as I wanted it to be, because usually if it's 2.4, that means there are better options. But I will say, still, great start. Next up, we have Psychic type. So for Psychic types, there are quite a bit more Psychic types that were introduced. There is a Rangaroo. I loved using a Rangaroo in doubles. Ultra Necrozma. Ultra Necrozma is an option, and I don't think that's too bad of an option. I think Pau style for the Psychic flying, I think that specific form might get picked. Yeah, no, Ultra Necrozma is a monster, that's for sure. I could be leaning towards Ultra Necrozma. I think that's cool and fun. Otherwise, oh, excuse me, not a lot of Psychic types. There's Bruxish. Bruxish does exist. Tapu Lele. Dawn Wings Necrozma. Dawn Wings Necrozma? What is this? It is a Psychic Ghost fusion. Okay. Bruxis is infamous for how people hate it. True. A lot of people do not like it. Okay. I'm down for Dawn Wings Necrozma. There, Necrozma Dawn. Here we go. Another 2.6%. We're keeping it nice and low. Next up, we need a not fully evolved steel type Pokemon. There's a lot. Metang. Metang is a pretty solid option. Lairon. I'm also thinking about Magneton. Just, well, I don't know. My thinking was that, like, people may not consider Oh yeah, Aaron. Aaron is not a fully evolved Pokemon. I'm curious if not fully evolved. I mean, not the. Here's my problem where I'm getting caught. Is NFE is usually a separate tier for Pokemon that are not Little Cup, and of course aren't fully evolved. So usually it's a lot of the middle evolutions. So that part of my brain is just like, the Little Cup Pokemon don't count. But I don't think that's how this is being swung. I do kind of like the idea of Shieldon. I think Shieldon is a fossil Pokemon a lot of people forget. And it is part Steel, right? It's not just only Rock type. Like 99% sure. Yeah. Okay. So we can go Aaron or Aaron. I don't know what the correct one is. There's Shieldon. Straylight says wait. I'm waiting. Hi, Ripier. Welcome in. Oh, Bronzer? Bronzer is definitely an option. Oh, another good call out. Clang. Clink, Clang, and Kling Clang. Loved those guys. 10 out of 10 Pokemon. I carried a Kling Clang on my original Gen 5 team. Dude was great. So we can go Bronzer, Clang, or Shieldon. I think both of those are pretty, either of those are any options. Clang's a strong one. I agree. I feel like Clang's one of those ones that people just really forget exist. I'll lock it in. Ah, 5.4%. Not as strong. Still pretty good. All right. A not fully evolved flying type Pokemon. What are we thinking for a not fully evolved flying type? Farfetch'd. Farfetch'd is an option. Clang is memorable for being unmemorable. Yeah, I feel like the Clang would be the one where everyone's just like, no one's going to think about Clang. And because of that, everyone's thinking about it. Archon. Oh, yeah, that's right, because Galarian Farfetch'd is pure fighting. That's right. I remember. Archon's a pretty solid choice, though. I'm also thinking Dartrix. The grass flying type, because it's not ghost type yet. Tranquil, yeah. Trumbeak. Dude, I was kind of bummed when Trumbeak, a decently fast flying type, turned into Toucannon and ended up being very slow. Trumbeak is consistently one of the least viewed pages on Bulbapedia. That's so interesting. That's super interesting. On that alone, I kind of want to lock in Trumbeak. That's why I'll be picked by everyone to go for it? Damn. Maybe nobody goes to the page for Trumbeak on Bulbapedia because it's such a popular Pokemon that everyone already knows everything about it. They don't need to go to the page anymore because they memorized it because it's their favorite Pokemon. That's what it is. That's the mindset, guys. We gotta catch up. We gotta catch up on our Trumbeak fanfaring. Rotom fan. Rotom fam is an option. Oh yeah, that's right. It can't be fully evolved. Rotom does not evolve. Part of me was thinking about what if Rotom Wash could carry an Eviolite? And then I remembered that one of the big things about Rotom Wash is that it does like no actual self-recovery. It relies on leftovers. But yeah, Dragonair is not a flying type. Yeah. It uses its magic to soar through the air, but it does not fly. It's not a flying type. Not until Dragonite. Yeah, it still does sound pretty nasty though, Ripbeer, having an Eviolite Rotom Wash. That's a lot of bulk. I know. It has air in the name. I know. Growl can't learn Growl? What the hell? Alright, that's an interesting choice. Alright, let's get back on topic so we can get into Rad Red tonight. A not fully evolved flying Pokemon. I'm gonna lock in Trumbeak. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna send it. Here we go. 4.9%. Up here, you failed me. Not fully evolved Psychic type. For Psychic, you have a call. That Fione thing? Fione is just water. Yep. Yeah, it's pure water and does not evolve. Fione is super interesting because it hatches from an egg created by a Manaphy, but it never evolves into a Manaphy. Fione is so weird, and I don't know what the deal is with Fione. I don't know why Fione exists. Oh! Delusion? There's Solosis, Delusion, and Reuniclus. Yeah, Solosis is the little one, and then it evolves into Delusion. I think Solosis and Delusion are old enough to be well known. Newer Mons aren't as easily recalled. Yeah, but newer Mons are new. I think Flittle is a solid... I can't really say when it comes to the newest generations, because I just haven't played those. So I don't recall them because I don't know what they are. I never heard of them. You're doing great, Straylight. Don't worry about it. As my wife always tells me when I get stressed out, the stakes could not be lower. People don't instinctively know them like they do old ones. I think Elgium is one that more people would say. Porygon 2, the whole Porygon line is pure normal. So are we thinking Elgium? Are we thinking Elgium or are we thinking Flittle? Ooh, Mime Jr. Mime Jr. also exists. I'm gonna go... I kind of want to go Flittle. Because for me, at least, I always think Flittle's a fairy type, but it's not. It's a psychic type. I'm gonna send it. 2.7%. I think we're still doing okay. Okay. Paldea plus Area Zero DLC. So a Pokemon that, was it originated or just appeared in? Originate from this region. Okay. So we'll go new Pokemon. Oh, okay, hold on. So Gen 9 new Pokemon. No, that is Ghost Fire, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe Dark Fire? I'm really not sure what the hell that thing is. It is Fire Ghost. I was right. That's what Smallow's final evolution is? That's kind of cool. Okay, so a steel type. Dude, where are the steel types? None of these are steel types. If I put Terapagos, is that kind of like putting Whitney Houston down when it tells me to name a woman? Because she's every woman. Could it say Flittle for this? Flittle's not a steel type? Oh, no, I remember what you're... Okay, I understand, because there's the psychic category. Alright, so there's Tinkatink, Tinkatuff, and Tinkaton. That's 3 options. There's also Varoom and Revavroom, but I need not fully evolved, or no, and I'm done with the not fully evolved. Avoid them like the plague. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Tinkaton is so popular. There's King Gambit, who's also very popular. Iron Treads. Golden Go. These things that I know nothing of. But they all say of ruin, so that's, I mean, that's something. Anything in Varoom? I'm also thinking that one. Orthworm, Revavroom, and Iron Treads all had plot relevance. True. Or at least I say true, but I'm just gonna, you know, I'm just gonna, just blindly agree with you because I have no idea. Yeah, not a ton of steel types. There's also Archaludon. Iron Leaves. Iron Leaves is an option. Or Iron Crown? No. Where is it? There it is. No, Iron Leaves is Grass Psychic. The Treasures of Ruin. I know nothing about them. Vroom. Yeah. Why does it have iron in its name? Because iron's not steel. The answer. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. I'm thinking about... There's Iron Crown. Do they all start with iron? You know, I guess that's true. Interesting. All right, I'm going Iron Crown. I'm just gonna send it and believe. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have. That's a 9.9%. Iron T-shirt is my favorite Pokemon. All right, I need a flying Pokemon from Paldea. A flying Pokemon from Paldea. What are we thinking? There's Iron Jugulis. What the hell kind of what name is that? That name's gotta mean something, but I don't know, man. So there's Iron Jugulis. There's Flamigo. Our champ Walter. I don't know anything about it aside from the fact that it's the future version of Hydreigon. And Hydreigon's already kind of a nightmare. Bombardier? Sorry, Walter. There is Bombardier. Have that on your dark team? I always forget that it's a dark type Pokemon. It just looks like pure flying to me. Flamigo is a flamingo. It is just a flamingo. I'm looking at it, and it's just a flamingo. Like, what are we trying to do here? I don't know. It bothers me. Like, Walter's putting in work, and we can't. Flittle evolves into a Espathra? Okay. All right. Is it at least good competitively? Probably. It's at least decent, I guess. You're thinking Bombardier? I'm also kind of thinking Bombardier. Let's just go with Bombardier. We're sending it. 20%. That sucks. That's real bad. Everyone knows Bombardier. Thanks, Lancer. All right, lastly, a psychic type Pokemon. I can't use Flittle again. I think Armarouge is way too popular. I'm not touching that. Sorry, Straylight. That ain't the way to do it. You gotta earn it. Just looking for psychic types. There is Rabska. Psychic Mask Ogerpon? Maybe. But there is Rabska. There's Espathra. We've done Veluza before, and that's usually a pretty solid pick. Does Scarlet Violet have gyms again? No. Sort of? Yes. Yes, it does. Yeah, I'm thinking Rabska. I'm just gonna send Rabska. I want to get into the game. Let's see what we got for Rabska. Come on, Rabska. 11%. Nope. All right, so let's see. Score average. Let's see. So we got... You know what? We got 60 uniqueness. That ain't bad. I can click on each square to see the stats. What? Togedemaru's most popular. Celesteela and Dugtrio Alola were up there. I did get the least common answer. Magearna original. Let's go. It was, oh my god. It was only 4 guesses less than Magearna original Mega. Bonkers. All 4 Magearna forms were really low. Oh, Lairon. Lairon was the most popular answer. of the not fully evolved steel type. Then Aron right below it. Matang was right there and Beldum. Oh my god, I forgot all about this guy. Hisuian Sliggoo is part steel. Wowie zowie. Where did we end up? We ended up on Clang. Iron Treads was the most popular. Iron Crown was the third most popular, so that's an oops for me. Tinka-Tink was the least picked. Tinka-Tink and Golden Go. I'm surprised. I thought Golden Go was going to be picked more. I love being able to see the stats. Trumbeak. Trumbeak. Yeah, Toucannon, Trumbeak, Pick-a-Peck. All of these are up at the top. We were down here with Minior Green at 2.4%. It was, in fact, the most popular of all of the Minior colors. So, thanks for locking that one in, Lancer. Just kidding. It was Minior, though. Like, you have all of these Pokemon, and then it just goes a Minior, and no one remembers this thing exists. Or rather, that they remember, but it's split across these 8 different variants, which was kind of huge. All right, next we've got the not fully evolved flying types. We said Trumbeak, which was the 4th most popular answer. Dang, and also darn. Least common answer. It goes down. It goes down far. There are so many Pokemon that people don't remember exist. Golbat, for example. Combi, Drifloon, Ladybug. A lot of these are bug types. Yeah, there are so many not fully evolved flying types. So that's an oops. Nope, I wasn't ready. Okay. Bombardier was in fact the most popular. Oops. Bombardier is the most popular. That's right. I forgot Squawkabilly has different colors, so going with Squawkabilly would have been the smarter choice. Forgot about him. Yeah, no, Bombardier's #1. And then a Alolan Psychic type Pokemon. A lot of choices here. Necrozma Dawn beat out Necrozma Dusk by 3 votes. That was so close. Golbat's Gen 1. I guess it's just people don't think about Golbat anymore. People think about Crobat and Zubat. But even Zubat was super low on the list. I think the problem is that there's just so many flying types. There's so many flying types. Best impression of Zubat's cry? I don't even remember Zubat's cry. I don't know cries. Except for the tears I shed. Like, the only cry I know is the teardrops on my guitar. Do a bat noise? Oh, wait, hold on. Isn't it like, this is gonna be, there's no way I can make this sound with my mouth. Isn't it like, because it's Gen 1, so everything sounds awful. Isn't Zubat like the thing? Isn't that the Zubat cry? Mike did not pick that up. No, I don't think it's going to. It saw the motions of my tongue. If I had a nickel. Alright, hold on. Let's hear it. Let me see if I was accurate. Oh, not quite. Zubat's cry is like a ba-da-da-da-da. But I did more the opposite. I did the same tune to different notes. Cause Zubat's like da 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 da, and I went da da da. I went up. Anyways, not fully evolved psychic type. So most common abracadabra. Delusion was actually pretty high pick. I'm surprised about that. It does go downhill very fast. We go all the way down. All the goddamn way down. There's just so many psychic types. It goes all the way down to Woobat. Bronzer was actually near bottom of the list. So Bronzer was a huge pick. Which one did we go with? Flittle. Still super low, 868. Which is still 4 times the amount of Bronzer picks. Yeah. That was Straylight, I think. I think Straylight was the one that said Bronzer. Yeah, or Inkay. Inkay was also here. Execute is a Pokemon I always forget is part Psychic. So that's on me. And then lastly, we have a Spartha. We picked Rabska. Rabska was top 3. Oof. Iron Boulder. All the way down at the bottom. Wait, Iron Boulder's part Psychic? Iron Boulder? All the Paradox Musketeers are Psychic. Wow. That's so interesting. Well, look at us. Doing cool shit. Good job, everybody. Well done. We Pokedoka did it. Alright, let's go play some Pokemon. Hey, there we go. Alright. We are yet again faced with the option of do we go straight for Misty or do we go through the Grunt and gain access to cool shit, and let me tell you immediately we're going to be doing the Grunt. So let's prep our fight here against this Rocket Grunt, because that's going to give us access to ability capsules and more encounters. That sounds correct. Tira, I think Rock Psychic is correct. Makes sense to have laser swords. True. And they didn't want to make every single one of them part steel or part electric. So I get it. Alright, so if Alolan Persian has the ability Feline Prowess. What is that? It's a new ability. Oh, it's a new ability in Rad Red that is, it's huge power, but for the special attack stat. So that's super interesting. And this thing has Snarl, Water Pulse, Parting Shot, and Shockwave, which is pretty bonkers. It does also have pretty high speed, but I think I outspeed it. It is plus speed nature with 115 base speed. Walter is Flamigo. Am I watching the Mario movie tomorrow? No. I'm cleaning parts of my house and playing World of Warcraft. And then when Kiddo gets home, we're building a Lego set that he got for his birthday today. So, so Lowland Persian could be spooky. And it's spooky for two reasons. The first reason is the stats that I have here are not going to be accurate. Like, I can't just look at the speed stat because this lists the speed stat as if I'm level 34, and then the team scales based on my level. So I don't think Walter's going to be able to outspeed. Yeah, and I want to be really careful with Walter. I want to make sure that I keep Walter as long as I can. Todd can lead with the immediate fake out. Silk Scarf fake out with Adamant Nature. Does fighting resist dark? I don't think so. It does? Okay. So dark type attacks would at least be a neutral hit, but I don't think I want to keep Todd in on this anyway. Let's see. Let's go back over here. Let's plan this out. You know what? Ledian actually cooks here. It's part fighting. It's got Mach Punch. It's pretty specially defensive. I think Ledian is unironically a really good choice here. It also isn't weak to anything that Persian has. So I think this is a huge pick. I don't think Shelter's going to be cooking here. So you have a Persian Alolan, which is pretty much taken care of by Brittany. Thank you, Brittany. And then we have Golbat, Oinkologne, and Octillery. Golbat, I think, is pretty well covered by Carkol. Golbat has Mega Drain, Cross Poison, Air Cutter, and HP Fire, so it resists everything except for Mega Drain's a neutral hit. I stream for 3 hours a day? Yeah, I'll be doing a normal stream today. I don't know if that consists of 3 hours, or if that's just going to consist of me playing until I'm too tired. Yeah, I think Carkol is going to be the way to go here. For Oinkologne, Oinkologne is a little spooky. It's got Stockpile, Body Press, Bullet Seed, and Headbutt. You have Unaware, right? No, you have Oblivious. Not the same. Unfortunately, Stunky is not good right now. Okay. Let's see. So what we could consider is bringing an Intimidate Mon and then something that resists body press. Is that just, well, if I can resist body press and headbutt, that would be cool. But I don't think that exists. I don't have a ghost type, basically, is what I'm saying. Like, if I could intimidate and then switch to Haunter, we'd be cooking. I've not gotten any ghost type Pokemon in these in Rad Red yet. Jackie, I think, is too frail to deal with most of these things. I really want to hold on to Monferno until I've got Infernape. Something of a questionable would you rather for me? If it's appropriate. I could consider Monferno with the normal lowering one. Or there's also Walter. Walter with the normal attack lowering one. I think that's a pretty solid choice. Let me see. Would you rather bring... That's a rough question. That is a nasty would you rather, Lancer. Bring the news to Cubone. Or divorce blame the mousehole child. Dang. I'm assuming that in both situations, like in the Cubone situation, it doesn't already know that its mother has passed. This isn't like a regular Cubone that knows that its mother is gone. Okay, loophole. Loophole. I picked the Cubone because this is a Lola. And now your mom is a ghost fire type, and that's rad as fuck. And then we have a party. Boom. New Alolan Marowak best friend. Easy. Easiest would you rather of my life. I do like the would you rather though. I like it a lot. Yet death doesn't have to be the end for some Pokemon. You can think about it like your mom got a new job. Because now she can do that. And you like, and the camera like cuts over and the Marowak's just like going crazy. Okay. All right, so we've got Carkol. So we've got Brittany for Persian. We've got Carkol for Golbat. We've got Intimidate into Walter Oinkologne. And then last we have Octillery. Octillery is, I think, the scariest Pokemon on this team. So Octillery has Skill Link, and it has Bullet Seed, Rock Blast, Water Pulse, and Icy Wind. all of those moves are really scary. Lombre resists most, like half of those, but takes neutral damage from Rock Blast and Icy Wind. No, I'm dumb. It takes neutral damage from Bullet Seed as well. It only resists the Water Pulse. Dang. Like, we've got Sally. Billy isn't getting booty blasted by super effective moves. Yeah, but Lombre also kind of sucks. In this ROM hack, are there Alolan forms and stuff? Yes. Almost every Pokemon Gen 1 through 9 is in this game. Let's see, this thing has a rash nature. Rash nature. Is increases special attack, decreases special defense. So that would be cool if I had a good option there. Ooh, excuse me. It is also holding a Rindo Berry. Rindo Berry does what? Is it grass? Yeah, Rindo Berry is the grass type berry. The only electric type Pokemon I have is a physically offensive one. And I would want to try to capitalize on the electric damage if I can, but I do not have that option. Yeah, there is also Chillet from Pal World. If you get a Furret, and there's literally only one opportunity of getting a Furret, you can trade it for Chillet because it's basically the same thing. No, Lancer, I'll be honest, I don't. I don't think I've ever thought about that in my life. What are you doing against that Octillery? It's a mixed attacker. Why not? Because I don't think I've ever heard of it before. Only acquired through an e-reader card? What the heck? Not P-Berry. It's almost 5 inches in size. It's a super hard firmness, as all 5 flavors. This berry is rigid and cracks open when the center is squeezed. Yeah, no, it's a berry. That's crazy. All right, what are we doing against this Octillery, guys? We gotta come up with something. Where am I? Where's the boss? There it is. Oh, what are we doing? Brittany at least takes neutral damage from Rock Blast, but unfortunately Brittany's physical defense is trash. Oh man. Whip all the debug Mewtwo that's in box 17. Lancer, ban yourself. I'm kidding. Oh, what are we doing about this Octillery? This thing is nasty. I'm not scrolling back over Straylight. What are we doing here, guys? Oh, really? That's super interesting. I did not know that. How fun. Wish Todd wasn't so frail. Oh, excuse me. I mean, Luxio feels like a fine option, but the problem with Luxio is it's also not even a little bit bulky. It doesn't resist any of Octillery's moves. I guess we'll drop Nummel. No. If you predict a crit on me, Lancer gets banned. All right, so I think looking over this... Correct. Yeah, if you predict a crit on Rutbeer gets banned, so that we can put salt in the wound, because that's more important. So for this Persian, we were going to lead Brittany, and then it'll probably be Crobat or Golbat that comes out with that air cutter. So breaks the crown on you, Drac bans himself and stops streaming. True. For the Golbat, that's right, it was gonna be Cindy. So Cindy deals with the Golbat. For the Oinkologne, we go Lars and then Walter. And Walter needed the normal damage reducing berry. The Shillan berry. Todd, you still have the silk scarf, yeah. Lars is here with a citrus berry. You are here with a citrus berry. You have a magnet. You have a silk scarf. You have a Chilan berry. You also have a citrus berry. I am going to give you instead. I think it's up here. It's like a punching item. Punch glove. Boosts punching attacks and also removes contact, but contact isn't. Uh-oh. Drop my controller. It just fumbled right out of my hands for no discernible reason. Hold on. All right, we're back. But yeah, I think this is my best bet for this. So let's see what happens. It is a skill issue, you're right. Let's just go adamant. Use you to hit as hard as I can. Let's see. Let's go plus defense on you. Plus defense minus special attack. I'm glad you like it. It's very upsetting and I hate looking at it. Let's go plus special defense. Plus special defense minus attack is pretty huge. We'll do that. Sally, I'm just gonna go adamant. Let's try to get Sally to hit as hard as I can. You're a plus special defense nature. You do have Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch could also be an option against the Octillery. No, never mind. Not unless it's already been chipped down. And then Walter here is beating the shit out of people. Todd is also doing that. Todd is literally just here to fake out and switch out. That's all Todd's got going on is fake out, switch out. Sally's gonna have to do something. Sally really needs a big spark here. Alright, let's see what we got. This fight makes me nervous, but... I'm gonna go... Oh, you don't have Drain Punch. It's just Power Up Punch. 10% increase, so it takes Mach Punch from 40 to 44. I think Bug Bite is actually better here. Dude, no clue on that one. Here's the Golbat. Golbat's gonna be swinging with Air Cutter, so I could just go straight into Cindy. This should do basically nothing. Okay, that was a crit. We go... It's got Eviolite, so we just go straight into Ancient Power. Wow, that was such low damage. Okay. I do have Citrus Berry. Maybe I'll get some Omni boosts. That'd be cool. But I don't think it's gonna happen here. All right, there's one. Yeah, it's got an Eviolite. It's got an Eviolite and a Naive Nature, which I don't quite remember what it is. I think that's a plus special defense nature, but I'm not sure. Alright, so now we have to switch out. It's going to go for Body Press here. So we go with the Intimidate. Never mind, it went for that. All right, I guess I could have gotten a hit in, but I really thought it was going to go for the Body Press. Let me double check for Oink Cologne and see which is going to deal more damage. Oink Cologne. Oink Cologne is 120 kilograms, which I think makes low kick way stronger than double kick. Got 80 power, which is not way stronger, but it is stronger. Okay. We love to see that. It does almost no damage. Beautiful. Okay, now we know the ice type move is coming. And we know the ice type move is coming because Walter resists, or at least it's neutral for Rock Blast. The super effective move right now is Icy Wind, and Walter does outspeed. Can Walter at least get some damage in here? His special defense is not great. Icy Wind is super effective and is considered speed control. It's not stab. God, I don't know. It's his last Pokemon. I kind of like the idea of going Lars here for a bit. Because I don't think it's going to be Rock Blast. Rock Blast is a neutral hit. Icy Wind is super effective. It's either going to be Icy Wind or Water Pulse. So let's go to Lars to at least weaken half of Octillery's moveset. Okay, so it was Icy Wind. I was right. Now it's going to be Rock Blast. This is resisted. And that does absolutely nothing. Beautiful. And we can Fake Out. Now for Todd, it's going to be Water Pulse. Let's go Lars. So it's -2 attack. And then I feel like I can go Sally now and be okay. Beautiful. You outspeed. I forgot about that. Holy shit, Sally's alive. Oh my god, Sally's alive. And Sally kills. Ah, Rick, that's scary. But hey, we got the Dig TM. Oh. Ability kills. More. Pearls. Charcoals. Hubbound berries. Pearls. Ultra balls. Clever wings that I'm not going to use. Resist wings that I'm not going to use. Zincs that I'm not going to use. Irons that I'm not going to use. Air balloons that I might be using. That's pretty cool. Terrain extenders that for right now I'm not going to use. That's huge. All right, well, let's start by grabbing some encounters. So here I am, Route 5. Route 5 blesses us with various options. I like the idea of going daytime. Daytime has a lot of psychic types, but it also has some fire types like Growlithe, Vulpix. Yeah, so we can do that. That seems like a pretty solid enough choice. Getting a nice specially bulky psychic type. Oh, I forgot to turn off the infinite repel. Feels like it would be pretty good. We do get Hetena. So I feel like this is going to be pretty good for Starmie specifically. Beautiful. I need a regular human name for Hatena while I go ahead and look up what this thing does. So Hatena evolves into Hatterim at level 28. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? Why do the devs keep doing this? Alright, so I don't get Hatterim. Hatena's cool. It does always have magic bounce. So it's guaranteed magic bounce. It's a psychic type. It's pretty specially bulky. Hatena's stats suck. Damn. Damn. All right, let's see what we got. We've got Berta. We got Eunice. Hold on, where was it? Eunice? Yeah, that is Eunice. It's my old boss's name. Hated her as like an executive leader. So on principle, I'm not naming one of my Pokemon Unis. I have a lot of strong emotions towards that person, and they're all negative from a professional standpoint. As a person, she's fine. I have a lot of strong emotions professionally. Eva? That's how it's pronounced? Irish and Gaelic names are rough, dude. Just trying to pronounce 90% of any of that is just, it's anyone's guess. Jennifer. You know what? Honestly, she looks like a fucking Jennifer. I like the name Jennifer for Hatena. The whole line. Not Jennifer, not Lenifer. Hold on. All right, Jennifer it is. Let's go back to nighttime. What is this? Bulldoze TM. That's pretty cool. Can I just run through here? No, of course not. Whee. All right, here I am, Route 6. Route 6 has both grass and water encounters. So for Route 6, nighttime has some cool stuff. Nighttime does have some interesting options that I'm not against. For fishing on Route 6. Okay, so Route 6 fishing will guarantee us a Chinchou. Or if I can get into Vermilion, fishing can get us a Galarian Slowpoke, which is super interesting. Straylight, that's gross. Let me use this really quick before I forget. Steam Engine. Intimidate. Iron Fist. Huge power boost to the team right now. A citrus berry. Venoshock. Very cool and handy. This is tough. Can we do anything with Galarian Slowpoke right now is the question. It evolves into Slowbro Galar at level 37 or Slow King Galar with a King's Rock. Galarian Slowbro is funny because of Quick Draw. Because you can get Quick Draw with a Quick Claw and have like a 40% chance to go first or something like that. Which Gyarados had huge power? I don't want to imagine that. That sounds terrifying to think about. I don't think I want the Slowpoke right now though. So I think right now it comes down to getting a Chinchou, which Lantern was pretty helpful for Misty. Or Route 6 provides some options for some decent grass types. A couple bug types. I think I really want... I want the Lantern. It's actually 50%. Hell yeah. Let's go fishing. Guaranteed Chinchou. Shelter's a dupe. You want a 50% chance to ignore turn order? No, because I can't use it until after the Lieutenant Surge split. Because it doesn't get that level up until like 37. And unfortunately, I cannot afford to be planning that far ahead. All right, Chinchou. That's just how it is, man. All right, I need a regular human name for Chinchou. So Chinchou evolves at level 27, and it can only get Volt Absorb. Water Absorb is a hidden ability, and I do not have access to hidden abilities right now. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that. But Volt Absorb is still cool and beneficial, and this thing is still really bulky and good for Misty. Melrose? Albert? Hold on. Albert's kind of cooking. I like Albert. I've never heard the name Melrose before, but I'll trust you that it's a real name. But I am going to go with Albert because Albert just really hits right now. All right, let's see if I can get into Vermilion. That'll give me even more encounters. Hi, Doduo. Oh, that's brilliant, actually. All right, let's go Sally. Because Sally has Intimidate now. Because I was worried that Doduo had was gonna outspeed me, and hit with a flying type move. And this Ledian is fighting and bug. So I had the feeling that I was going to be outsped and killed with a 4 times effective attack. And I had Sally, which I could use for free, so there wasn't a reason to risk it on the possibility I could just bring in Sally and kill. Great Balls, Prism Scales, Roselli Berries to reduce fairy type moves, Shucca Berries for ground type moves. We get some yellow shards. Very cool and also neat. Correct, yeah, this is also buff Ledian, so I really don't want to risk it. Okay, here's a good rod. I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking with Ledian. Think of the bike voucher. This guy does fossils, so we don't do the Vermilion encounter because I want Aerodactyl. And we have Route 11 here. With the power of infinite repel, I can run through here and get some TMs. Gertrude. We have to beat Lieutenant Surge first. Or no, we don't. We need to beat Misty, and then we need to beat the SS Anne. And the SS Anne is where we lost the run last time. Why no encounter here? Because Radred changes Diglett Cave. It makes it accessible. It makes a separate room accessible before Brock. Through that door. So I was able to get a Pokemon. That's the dude that gives me Chillet. Which would be a really good Pokemon. If I can ever find a Furret. Alright, so this is Route 11. This is all Route 11. Okay, Route 11 has some good items I want to check out. If I can safely navigate this route. Hi, Whitney. Fire Punch. Firestone. Soft Sand. Nothing in this game is randomized. This is not a randomizer. Ah! Oh, Good thing you're short-sighted, old man. Okay. We made it out. Holy cow. Oh, that was terrifying. All right, what encounters can we get here on Route 11? Route 11 is where we got a ducklet last time. It's available both day and night. Daytime gives us an option at a possible Stuffle, which is interesting. We can also fish here for a Krabby or a Horsey, and honestly, I'm not super opposed to either of those. Ooh, Good Rod can give us a Bruxish, Frillish, or Relicanth. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm not opposed to any of those. Frillish is a ghost type, super bulky. Bruxish is a water psychic type, which could be a good counter against Starmie. And Relicanth is just hella bulky. So do we go for the Krabby? Or do we go for the maybe ghost type, but probably Bruxish? Yeah, Bruxish makes you go, ew, that's valid. Bruxish. Bruxish can have Dazzling or Strong Jaw. And Strong Jaw improves biting moves by 50% in this game, which is kind of huge. It doesn't get Crunch until level 28, which is a bummer. It's Psychic Fangs at 41. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer that a lot of the good moves that Bruxish would have access to isn't until way later. But it does have Bite. But like, I won't be happy if we get it. Yeah, I think, honestly, I do think that Bruxish is going to be a good option here. And that is a Good Rod catch. We could also get a Frillish or a Relicanth. It is going to be a Bruxish. I need a regular human name for Bruxish. Fucking Paul. Oh wait, Bruxish is, this is level 29 Bruxish. This is above level cap, I can't even use this. That's so funny. Yeah, Bruxish can be level 27, 28, or 29. And I got the level 29 Bruxish. So I can't even use it. I should have thought about that. Holy shit. It knows Crunch? How does it know Crunch? Oh, because it learns Crunch at level 28. I'm only a little dumb, guys. You have the new ability, Steam Engine. God, I hate Psywave. This is so annoying. What if I'm just not able to catch this thing? Psywave is that move that can do 50% up to 50% down, right? Varying between 1 hit point and 1.5 times the user's level. Ew. So for 29, that means it could deal anywhere between 1 damage and fuck, 43 damage. It dealt 42 damage and it can deal up to 43. So if it's literal max roll, this can kill. God, I hate this game. All right, let's go Todd. There's another beautiful Psywave. Okay. This does not have Dazzling. That again did very little damage. Okay, reducing the damage. We love to see it. Oh my god. I'm losing my mind here, friends. Wing attack won't kill, right? Okay. I'm fine with that. Come on, catch the stupid fish. Holy shit. You need to chill. Catch the fish. Oh, I can't even use it. What a nightmare. All right, what are we calling this thing? Is it just gonna be Paul? Oh. That was so stressful. Cristobal? Never heard of that name in my life. I trust you, it's that it's a normal name, though. Is it a first name? Or a last name? No, it's just the Spanish version of Christopher. Interesting. It's also the name of a town in Panama. Leroy? I'm actually kind of vibing with Leroy. It is two E's. Right? No. 1 E. Oh, Amerigo? LeBron. You know what? It's a fish. It can travel the oceans. I'll go Amerigo. All right. How's my stress level? My stress level has resulted in a new tired level, so that's where I'm at. Because it was a lot of stress, and now I'm just tired. I'm looking for everything that I can sell. Exclusively the things that are made for selling. Like the nugget. Big pearls. Regular pearls. Okay. Anything worth buying? No. Alright, well that was awful. Poisoning every extra class for low circulation problems. Holy cow. Yeah, you told me about the food poisoning, but not the circulation problem. That sounds super scary. Are you feeling better now, or do you still feel super crummy? You gave yourself food poisoning once, like on purpose? Alright, let's go check the shop for TMs. Feel better now, that's good. Going to the cinema later, nice. Can't stay in bed all the time, true. And food poisoning isn't contagious, so... Undercooked sausages and he had diarrhea. Yeah, that'll do it. I don't know if I've ever had food poisoning. I know Kiddo has, unfortunately. He was on a road trip with his gammy, with my wife's mom, and they had stopped at a McDonald's. I don't remember the reason they picked McDonald's. Maybe it's because he was really pushing for it. But they went to McDonald's. They both got really bad food poisoning. Like, they got different foods and they both got food poisoning from it. And so now Kiddo's just like, I am never going to McDonald's ever again. 5 years old. He's sworn like a blood oath against McDonald's. And I respect it. I get it. I used to get their breakfast sandwiches every once in a while, and then their breakfast sandwiches like doubled in price, and I was like, no, thank you. It is no longer worth it to spend $6 on a single tiny breakfast sandwich that isn't even that great. Ugh, yeah. Yeah. You've always got to be super careful when it comes to, like, cooking meat for a specified amount of time. You need to know either temperature or what it's supposed to look like on the inside. Alright, let's prep this nonsense. So you are already past cap because I got unlucky. Otherwise, he would have been incredible to have on team. Yeah, we're gonna start looking at the Misty fight. I'm gonna see if I have enough brain cells to do it, or if we're gonna have to delay it. Because I'm starting to already get pretty tired. Today was a long and more intensive day than I've been used to. So I'm already feeling pretty worn out. But let's see what we've got. Let's see what we're working with, and maybe I'll come up with a quick solution, and we'll just go for it. But I don't know. We'll see. What I do know is that this fight's spooky as heck, and I don't like it. So this Frogadier is immediately a problem. It is fast. It is bulky. And I don't like it. Whoops, didn't mean to move you. Meant to check your summary. Oh, that's right. Your speed stat sucks. What is your speed stat? It's actually not bad. Unfortunately, I'm not incredibly confident that I can survive a hit from Frogadier. Frogadier's got a chunk of HP EVs to make it extra bulky, and it also has 40 EVs in attack and special attack to make it more aggressive. I don't know if Thunder Punch would kill, to be honest. I don't know. We do have Metatite to lead with a fake out. Frogadier does have all physically offensive moves, so I do kind of like the idea of leading with an Intimidate Mon. And honestly, with that in mind, maybe leading Shinx is, or Luxio is not a terrible idea. Let's see. I don't think you are going to be a good option. Everybody's got ice moves. Nothing's weak to fighting, so I don't think you're going to do a whole lot here. Brittany, I'm not sure, to be entirely honest. Brittany's got good special defense, which could come in handy at various points, so I'll consider it. But we'll see. For right now, though, I'm going to back out of here. Let's take a look at it this way. Let's heal the team, too. Oh, that's right. Do we need to delay your evolution? I think we did last time. Evolves in a lantern at level 27. So no, we don't, because it just evolves on that level. Thunder Wave, Electro Ball, which I will never care about on this Pokemon. Shockwave. I will drop Electro Ball immediately. I'm not even going to look at the other moves because I'm not interested in Electro Ball. Confuse Ray could be cool. Bubble Beam is good stab. Let's see. So Misty has a Clodsire, but the Clodsire has Water Absorb. Here's Spark. I don't think that's gonna be what I want. If I want it, I can relearn it. And we'll let you evolve. There you go, Albert. You know what? I might consider Stockpile over Bubble Beam because everything is part water, so I don't think Bubble Beam is gonna really be a good option here in the majority of situations. And I can always relearn it after, but we can put Stockpile on here to give Albert some bulk with maybe a Citrus Berry. Something to consider. Not Swallow or Spit Up. All right, let's see. Albert, what stats do you have? It's a lot of health, and I love to see that. Oh my god. You're kidding me. 2 in HP, 1 special attack, 2 speed? Bro, why are you like this? Why did you have to be like this? I trusted you. Holy cow, what a terrible what a terrible set of IVs to have. Oh man. HP was like the most important IV and you blew it, Albert. Okay. So you have Steam Engine. So Steam Engine makes being hit by a fire or water move max speed. Does it also make him immune to fire and water moves? No. Damn. Damn. Well, that sucks. I don't think I want him on this team then, to be honest. Lombre could be nice. That's right, max attack, near max speed. Bullet Seed, Fake Out. Billy might actually be cooking here. Might be something to consider. So let's think. Sally lead with the Intimidate. Intimidate Spark. Lower Froggedier's attack and then hit really hard. Floatzel has Technician and Mystic Water, so that thing's gonna be hitting so gosh dang hard. Just unreasonably strong. For Floatzel, I might consider Brittany with the Thunder Punch. Because Floatzel is timid, so that's going to be minus attack. So Water Pulse, Icy Wind, HP Grass, all moves to worry about. Brittany kind of eats those and doesn't care. And we'll have Thunder Punch. I think this might just be the team. Starmie has Psyshock, which is that psychic type move, but it hits your physical defense instead of special defense. The only problem is the only dark type Pokemon I have is Stunky. I have Execute, but Benedict here for a psychic type, but then it's just weak to Aurora Beam. Jennifer exists, but her stats are so bad. Shelter might not be too bad to carry. Shelter's got really good physical defense and then resists the other two moves. The problem with Shelter is Shelter has like shit for moves. So I don't know about that. And I don't want to evolve Shelter yet because I need Shelter to learn some more moves first. I don't know if Binnackle's cooking because this thing doesn't evolve until after Misty. Olga might be an option with a plus special defense nature. Olga also has Swagger. So maybe Olga with some Swagger crunch strats with a plus special defense nature. That feels pretty solid. So let's give you... Citrus Berry. Let's also give you a Citrus Berry. And honestly, you too. And then Billy, we can give you... Good Miracle Seed. Billy, what speed do you have? You're level 27, you have 39 speed. Yeah, never mind. Even with the plus speed nature, you're not even close. Double speed and rain, but that's going to give the water type gym rain. Even if I had access to that, which I don't think I do. Do you have a different ability that might be beneficial here? My door was just opened and then subsequently closed. I don't know. Switch from a Rain Dish. Neither of those are going to be beneficial for me. That's a bummer. But that's fine. I think Billy could still be good here. Fake Out Bullet Seed, I think, is a solid set of moves to have right now. It also does have Aurora Beam for Clodsire. But no, because Clodsire is Poison Jab, and Billy's weak to that. What do I have against that Clodsire? Honestly, not a whole lot on this team. Unless someone's learning Bulldoze. Well, I guess Lars can come in, intimidate. Ice Fang. Yeah, what are we doing about that Clodsire? Cause... Stunky does exist. Now, Clodsire has Bulldoze. This is gross. I wish I could use Bruxish. Bruxish would be huge right now. Hatena just doesn't have the stats. And Metatite only has a specially offensive Psychic type move, which it doesn't even know right now. Because there's no point. This is so bad. What do I do? We could actually bring Shelter. Shelter with Skill Link and Icicle Spear. Might not be too bad. But who do we drop for that? I don't think we need Gyarados. Well, because Luxio's gonna get us through the Frogadier. I'm kind of relying on the Mediana for Starmie. Yeah, I think I can drop Gyarados. Which feels super weird to do, but I think it's the right choice because I need something to deal with that Clodsire. And Clodsire has Rock Tomb. So I think Pearl is perfect to deal with that Clodsire. So we'll give you a Citrus Berry. I'm gonna give you a Miracle Seed. You have what, a Magnet? Yeah, Magnet's fine. Citrus Berry's good. Citrus Berry, Miracle Seed, and a Punch Glove for Brittany. So I think we're all okay here. Are you all level 27? Yeah. Okay. I didn't think so. You have Thunder Punch. You have nothing. have Thunder Fang. We also have Crunch. You know what? I kind of like the idea of Strongjaw Mightyena. Because the Intimidate is not going to help anything against that Starmie. But being able to hit with a really strong Crunch does. So I'm going to keep that. Let's go Nature Change. Let's go plus Special Defense Nature on Olga. Plus Special Defense minus Special Attack. Careful Nature. Let's go Adamant on you. Albert. You need to be bulky, pretty much against just special attacks. So let's go plus special defense. Minus attack. Should be fine, right? Yeah. And Billy will go Adamant for you as well. Because a plus speed nature is not going to do anything for Billy. For Brittany, we'll go probably what? Plus special defense? Just to make you as bulky as I can. Alright, let's double check movesets, and then we're just gonna do it. And we're gonna see what happens. You've got Intimidate with your Spark. Albert, you've got Illuminate. The other ability means nothing, so we're just gonna stick with Illuminate and be fine. Also Illuminate means nothing, except for I guess Thunder Wave is guaranteed accuracy. We got Strongjaw with Thunder Fang and Crunch. And Swagger for the Starmie as well. We have Skill Link with a plus defense nature. Because Pearl is specifically here for the Clodsire. So we want to make Pearl as strong as possible. And then just spam Icicle Spears with Skill Link. Billy is here with an Adamant nature for Fake Outs and Bullet Seeds. As that may become relevant. I really don't know if this is going to end up being something I need to use, but it's here if I do. We do have Bug Bite and Thunder Punch as options for attacks. So if I end up having to bring this thing out against Starmie, that's kind of cool. Psyshock's going to cook it though, and it does not have enough speed. So I think this is mainly my Floatzel Pokemon. But I think that's what we're doing right now. So let's heal up, go after Misty, see what happens, and that's where I'll probably end stream. Here we go, friends. It's gym time. We are good to go. Everyone's holding an item. No reason to save, but here we go. Thanks for the good luck. Appreciate it. I'm super nervous. We're leading Sally. Yeah, let's just do it. Oh, I'm stupid. Holy shit, that dealt more damage than I thought. Can I paralyze? Nope. Alright, well that's a grass type attack now. Well, we're already fucked. Oh, good God. You absolutely outspeed me here. This is super effective right now, but it's about to use Rock Tomb. Oh my God. I already forgot about Protean. And think about it at all. I think the Frogadier is gonna weaken my team so much that I can't win. Yeah, I think I'm already looking cooked, friends. Just because of that one massive miscalculation for the first turn. Because it's going to be Rock Tomb right now. We go Pearl for the Rock Tomb and then go Billy for the Grass Knot. Ice Punch. Grass Knot shouldn't do very much, right? No, that's a special offensive move. Pearl's fucked against a Grass Knot. So I switch to Billy now. Okay. That did nothing. Damn. Okay. It's gonna use maybe Rock Tomb or Ice Punch here. No, it's stuck with Grass Knot? What a wild choice. Well, this is gonna do nothing. Yeah. Well, it did more than I thought, but it's not enough. Oh, God. Alright, I'm gonna go here for the Intimidate in case he uses Ice Punch or Rock Tomb. I'm pretty sure it's a random move. Oh no, I'm not Intimidate. I kept it on Strong Jaw for the damage. Okay. That's 61 speed. I'm easily outsped here. Yeah. I cannot switch back to... Oh my God, this sucks. I don't have a good option, friends. What even is it going to use against Olga? If I were to guess, it'd probably be Ice Punch. I think Ice Punch deals the most damage here. It's disincentivized from using Rock Tomb because it outspeeds me already. So if it's Ice Punch right now, I guess we... No, Albert's just gonna die to Grass Knot. Fuck. Or not Ice Punch, Grass Knot. Or maybe I said Grass Knot. I don't know. Maybe Brittany lives the ice punch, and then I hit it with a mock punch. I think that's my only way out. Nope, it's grass knot. Alright, I think I have to outspeed and kill with Mach Punch. Brittany has a lot of attack right now, so maybe this is just enough to kill. It's not, it lives. Okay, flip turn. I don't know if that's okay or not. That hurt more than I wanted it to. Here's Clodsire. And I don't have anything to do here. Alright. Pearl was my plan for Clodsire. Wow, thank you. Thank you for the critical hit. I really appreciate that. Hell's bells. Alright, Icicle Spear. That's dealing no damage. Even on 5 hits, that's a 2-hit KO. But it's got an Ayapapa Berry. It's got Recover. Okay. Okay, I think because it's stuck in Recover, I think we're okay. Nice crit. I can absolutely do this longer than he can recover. So Clodsire goes down. We're okay. Eventually, we just have to wait for it. We have to wait a long time for it. Oh, of course. Holy shit, Pearl also gets poisoned. I don't need Pearl for the rest of this fight, but holy shit, of course that's what happens. Alright, there's Starmie. This is unfortunately random move. Psyshock, Water Pulse, or Aurora Beam. I think we go Albert into Olga. Because Albert's going to be bulky to deal with most of the shit that Starmie has cooking. We can also Swagger. No. Confuse Ray? No. Thunder Wave? It's got Analytic. It does not have Natural Cure. That was a lot of damage. Okay, now we go Olga. Okay, that does nothing. And crunch. Huge. Floatzel has Water Pulse, Flip Turn, Icy Wind, and HP Grass. It has 77 speed, so I'm easily outsped here. Right? Yeah. Brittany took a lot of damage, so Brittany is not going to be the safest option against Floatzel right now anymore. I think I have to stay in, though. Is Flip Turn physical or special? I can never remember. Flip Turn is a physical move. I don't think it wants to use Flip Turn, though. Because it's timid. But I think I can just Thunder Fang, no? Alright, well, it's Flip Turning out. Holy shit, that did so much damage. golly. Alright, it's switching out to Frogadier. Frogadier dies. Alright, this is the last thing that she has. Floatzel has HP grass. But I'm pretty sure it's flip turn here. I think it's gonna be flip turn into HP grass. Oh golly, this sucks. Flip turn did an absolutely stupid amount of damage, and I don't know how. Like, it's got Technician, Mystic Water, but it's also Timid Nature, so I thought that would bring it down. But it honestly still just did so much damage. Olga does not survive flip turn. I don't have priority. I think we might be looking at a double, maybe a triple sack. Switch to Pearl and unfortunately sack Pearl to go to Brittany. Brittany's got Mach Punch. Billy's got Fake Out. And just take the double or triple tap, depending on how much damage everything does. Why does flip turn deal so much stinking damage? That's so bad. Or we go Albert to take the water pole, the flip turn, and then Brittany for the HP grass, and then Mach Punch for damage. I think we try that. Because I want to see if maybe I can save Pearl. Because of the grass knot that Floatzel has. God, that's still way more damage than it deserves to be. Alright, we go to Brittany for... Nope. It's sticking flip turn. Why is it sticking flip turn? Because God hates me. That's why. Because I'm not allowed to have fun. Alright, now I'm pretty sure we just wipe everybody. Because I am outsped. I am outdamaged. It probably predicted the pivots, yeah. And that did no damage. I don't have enough damage. I'm wiping. Yeah. And even if I don't wipe here, I'm still losing 3 or more Pokemon. Because that's no damage at all. I don't outspeed. I don't actually think I have a way to win. I'm 100% convinced that that Floatzel can one-shot everything left on my team. Let's go Pearl. This will kill. Get a free switch into something, but it's not gonna matter. Because you die to HP grass. You don't die to HP grass. Alright, well, I guess we sack Albert, too. Which, again, I don't know if it makes a difference. Because this doesn't deal enough damage, and I don't think the last two Pokemon I have in the back can survive anything else. Alright, bye, Ludi. Because... oh my god, I lived? The fuck you mean that wasn't enough damage to kill? I hate this. I hate that I won. That sucks so bad. Ledian, I think, was going to start losing effectiveness later. Cloyster was going to be huge. Lantern is just really good typing. I lost 2 water types in that fight that I'm already pretty low on. I don't know. I don't feel good about this, friends. But I'll tell you what. We're going to go back and deposit the dead, heal up at the Pokemon Center, and I'm going to call it for the night. I don't know what we're looking at from here. Oh my god. I have the bag. 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 Yeah. Yeah. And that's true. You know, it ain't over till it's over, but holy cow. What devastating losses. Alright. Well, yeehaw. Yeah, I do get Aerodactyl. I don't know, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens with this, but... ew. Thanks, Lancer. Alright, you guys are great. I'll talk to you later. Let's see... let's see if there's anybody live right now to raid over to. Unlikely, but we'll check. Nope, nobody. Thanks for being here. This is a very stressful ending, and I'm not super thrilled, but it is what it is. I don't know. There was probably stuff I could have done that would have been better. If I had had a damage calculator, I feel like, in that fight, I could have made a lot more intelligent decisions. I really thought I was taking a lot more damage than I would be. Maybe there was a crit somewhere I missed. Maybe there was some high rolls that weren't going to be like that all the time, or something to think about, but I'm really not sure. I'm tired. I'm gonna turn it off. You guys have a wonderful night. Straylight, send me the information for the thing as soon as you're done and ready to send it out. If you still want to do that. If you want to just kind of rest up this week and we'll do the Minish thing on Monday, that's fine. Whatever you want to do, let me know. Keep you updated, and we'll make it happen. But you guys are amazing, and I'll see you tomorrow, where we either continue Radical Red as we drive it into the ground, or we'll go do some Minish Cap. You guys are great.